connect, those are simply insufficient instructions for installing a radiator, as I've found to my cost. Joining me to quiz tonight are, on my right, Mark Davis, a technical officer for the Environment Agency who doesn't know how tall he is. Sean Chambers, a college lecturer who is the proud owner of a full complement of vintage Star Wars figurines. And their captain, Anne-Marie Davis, an accountant and stationery fan whose 7 pencil cases are all neatly categorised. United by a reverence for Rome, they are the Gladiators. Anne-Marie, how did you choose your teammates?
Well, we all went to school together and then I married Mark, so, yeah, I had to choose him to come on the team.
Very good luck. You are playing tonight on my left. Andy Platt, a modern languages graduate who won an assortment of exercise equipment for coming third in a Super Mario Kart competition. Sam Prowse, a former warehouse operative who once spent 10 minutes watching the world snooker champion Willie Thorne eat his breakfast. And their captain, Stephen Reed, a maths tutor who was described by the former editor of Nuts magazine as a bit tasty. United in their devotion to the dictionary, they are the Lexplorers. Stephen, some people say you'd have to be mad to apply to Only Connect. What do you say to those people?
I say you don't have to be mad, but it does certainly help.
Let's see how the evening develops for you. Very good luck. You lost the toss, so Gladiators, you'll be going first. Please choose your Egyptian hieroglyph.
Water, please.
Water. Good luck. The first question begins now.
Flight of birds, concords, the flight of the concords. Anything else is that? V-shaped.
Yeah.
Should we go with the next?
Yeah.
Next. Location of an inch.
Maybe move on.
Yeah. Next. Shape of melted wax in water. Does it always take V shapes? Yeah, should go with that.
Yeah, go for it.
They're all in the shape of a V.
I mean, I really, really want to ask you about clue 2. I'm nervous, but why is the location of an itch in the shape of a V?
So it's kind of emanating from the central point and coming out in 2 directions. So
Is that how itching works for you?
So that's, yeah.
With me, it's all over, just all the time. Are they on me? I don't think I can take it. I'm going to throw it over for a bonus. Lexplorers, you may see the 4th clue. Here it is.
Is it to do with the... If you take out the words in the middle, you've got the names of films, the birds, the itch, the shape of water?
No, that's not it. This is not a word question. These are all things that can be interpreted to predict the future. I mean, they can't, but people have tried. So augury is looking at the flight of birds to predict the future. The location of an itch, that's called urticariomancy. Apparently an itching right hand means you'll be receiving money, and an itching left hand means you'll be paying out money. If both hands itch, presumably it's time to play poker. The shape of melted wax in water, cheromancy, and the last one, of course, the haruspex, you know, in olden days, looking at the internal organs of animals to predict the future. What does that tell us about the future of these teams? We don't know. Let's crack on with the second question. Lexplorers, your turn to choose.
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. It's the music question. You'll be hearing your clues. They have something in common. What is it? First one coming in now.
Band, artist, song, no, nothing. Move on.
Next.
Smell like Miss Dynamite or one of Dynamite.
Next.
That's my bit. Whip it.
Next.
Push it. Something it. Something it.
It's all something it. Push it, whip it.
Lose it and work it with the first 2 clues. That's absolutely right. All about doing it. Did you recognise the musicians?
Salt and Pepper was the last one.
Whip it is apparently Devo. Well, our question editor, Mr McGahey, says it's Devo, but he himself has a heavy Texan accent. He left the room, and the other one, Mr Whaley Cohen, came in and said he pronounced it wrong, so we don't know. Devo, Devo, something like that. First one, Supergrass, Lose It, and Missy Elliott is Work It. Very well done. You get a point. Gladiators, what would you like next?
Can I go 2 reads, please?
Yes, you can. 2 reads. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Next. Game developer.
Is it a company? So you get my question. It must be who's been a presidential candidate for all those times.
16.
Is it John? Nader? Is it Snade?
Should we go for the next one?
Yeah, go for next.
Next. Teenage fashion model Twiggy.
She's called Leslie.
Let's go for the little Leslie. Next.
3 seconds. Oh, you're out of time. You're out of time. So, Lexplorers, another bonus chance for you.
We're drawing a blank here.
You're drawing a blank? You asked the question, who has been a presidential candidate all those times? A person who's also been a game developer, was a teenage fashion model in 1959 and an aerobics
Is it Jane
instructor.
Fonda?
Is it Sarah Palin?
Sarah Palin is close. It's Barbie. Barbie doll. Barbie. Who else could have been a fashion model in 1959 and still running for president in 2016?
Was it Donald Trump?
Well, I mean, you would think if Barbie had run in the real thing rather than just for a costume, she might have won. But yes, Barbie, you know, in the world of Barbie, when they bring out the costumes and the books and so on, she's run for president every year since 1992, apart from 1996. She was a game developer, and she had a nice pink heart-shaped USB drive around her neck. Should I read you an extract from the book? It's a strong feminist statement here, I'm sure you'll agree. At breakfast one morning, Barbie is already hard at work on her laptop, designing a game that shows kids how computers work. "Your robot puppy is so sweet," says Skipper. "Can I play your game?" "I'm only creating the design ideas," Barbie says, laughing. "I'll need Stephen and Brian's help to turn it into a real game." So all the careers of Barbie dolls. No points. Lexplorers, what would you like for your own question?
Twisted Flax, please.
The twisted facts. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Curiosities by, I can't remember the guy's name.
Could be the man of something, because he the man of La Mancha.
Should we get next?
Next.
Doors. Doesn't ring a bell. I mean, Don Quixote's sort of like a parody novel meant to mock. I think we should go.
One more. Next.
Oh, they give their names to adjectives, so chaotic means something, doesn't it? Does the session come back
Yeah,
over?
should we give his names to
These all give their names to adjectives.
They give their names to adjectives or words. They're literary characters that have passed into the language. Let's have a look at the last clue and talk me through the people we're looking at.
Well, Mrs. Malaprop is malapropism.
And where's she from, do you know?
Stevenage.
No, well, possibly is from Stevens. She's from Sheridan's The Rivals.
Oh,
and there are these famous lines from her. She's as headstrong as an allegory, meaning alligator.
Don Quixote is Cervantes, is that his name? Yeah.
That's right. And the adjective is?
Quixotic.
Quixotic, yes. And I would tend to say Don Quixote, and then people send me angry letters saying it's Quixote, and, you know, but I'm not speaking Spanish. And Pandarus?
Pandarus and Gargantuan. Well, Gargantuan means very big.
Yeah.
And the other one, not really sure.
Yes, Gargantuan, and that's Gargantua as a character in Rabelais, and Pandarus. Well, there's various precursors, but the main one is in Troilus and Cressida, Shakespeare's Troilus and Cressida, and to pander is to indulge whims, to be a go-between, that sort of thing. All gave their names to words. Well done. Gladiators, what would you like?
Lion, please.
Lion. These are going to be picture clues. Something connects them. What is it? Here's the first.
He's a golfer.
Which golfer is that? I have no idea which golfer that is.
Next.
His house, isn't it? Dr. Hugh Laurie. Yeah, go next.
Next.
It's David Soul. Hugh Laurie and David Soul both have number ones, haven't they?
Yeah, don't know, should we go for next?
Yeah, go for next.
Next, please.
It's Rock.
3 seconds.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, you've run out of time again. Oh, no, Gladiators nearly, but no. Lexplorers, would you like to have a guess?
We think their surnames are genres of music.
Their surnames are genres of music. Who are we looking at?
Chris Rock for the fourth one.
Gregory House is the second one.
That's right. You recognise Hugh Laurie, but that's him in his role as Dr. Gregory House.
Someone Funk. No.
It is Fred Funk.
Oh, yeah.
Fred Funk, the golfer. Yeah. And David Soul, of course, at clue 3. David Soul. Well done, Lexplorers. You get the bonus and your own question. The Horned Viper will be the last question of this round. What's the connection between the clues? Here's the first.
Roman numerals,
Next.
Oh, so it's in a year.
Could be years, yeah.
1986 in Paris.
What if it's upside down? If it's 98 Paris?
Is it Olympic?
No.
Move on, should we go?
Next.
Is it number of tube stations? If it's London 270, then should we go next?
Next.
25.
Oh, is it ring
3
roads?
seconds.
Are these the motorway numbers that go around these cities?
They are the motorway numbers of the ring roads that go round those cities. Yes, enough of all this Barbie and music. Ring roads, that's what people have tuned in to see. Ring road numbers. Very well done. And that means at the end of round 1, the Lexplorers have 5 points. The Gladiators have yet to score. On to round 2, the sequences round. There are still 4 clues, but the teams may see only 3 of them because I want to know what comes forth. This is going to be your round, Gladiators. I can sense it. Which hieroglyph would you like first?
Start with water again, please.
Water. You will see a series of clues. Shout next when you want the next one, and I want to know what comes forth. The first in that sequence is coming in now.
Next. Next.
Used.
3 seconds.
Almost famous.
Almost famous is not the answer, but well done for not running out of time. Lexplorers, do you know?
Just begun.
The answer is just begun. And why?
It's the A.A. Milne poem, The End. And it's when I was 1, I'd just begun. When I was 2, I was nearly new. When I was 3, I was hardly me. And when I was 4, I was not much more.
Lovely. And how does it continue, do you know?
No.
When I was 5, I was just alive, but now I am 6, I'm as clever, so I think I'll be 6 forever and ever. Lovely.
Brilliant.
What question would you like for yourselves?
Lion, please.
Lion. What is the 4th in this sequence? Here's the 1st.
Who's the head of private eye?
Could be most appearances and have I done this for you?
One more.
Yeah, next.
It's most appearances and have I done this for
Who's got
you?
most appearances?
Those 2 have. Or it could be going down, it's going to be Angus Deaton or Alexander Armstrong.
Find one more.
Yeah, I think that.
Next.
Alexander Armstrong's hosted the most times, so...
Is that Alexander Armstrong?
That's
If
who
you're
I
happy.
did. He's the hosted the most times, so...
Okay,
I think
go
that's
for
who
it.
I'm going to go for. Yeah.
Alexander Armstrong.
Is the right answer. You could have come in for 5 points, couldn't you, at clue 1? What's going on here?
It's who's had the most appearances on Have I Got News For You going backwards.
That's right, it's appearances as host or guest. So Ian Hislop has been on more times than Paul Merton because in Series 11, Paul Merton took a sabbatical and he only appeared once as a guest on Ian Hislop's team. So Hislop the most, then Merton. Angus Deaton, of course, hosted it for many years, and Alexander Armstrong has hosted it the most times in the post-Deaton era. So he would be next to the sequence. Back to you, Gladiators, for a choice.
Eye of Horus, please.
The Eye of Horus. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the 1st.
Should go next. Next.
It stands for Short Message Service.
Should go next.
Yeah.
Next. From one competent transfer. Short transfer.
Transfer. Short Message Service. Is it file?
Yeah. So what we're going next. Bluetooth.
Not it, I'm afraid. Another bonus chance, Lexplorers.
Something that represents the word protocol.
I'll take it. I want something that represents protocol. We had customary etiquette. And why is that?
It's HTTP.
That's exactly what it is. Overstimulated for hyper. SMS is text. Moving between football clubs, a transfer. So hypertext transfer protocol is HTTP. You're doing very well on those bonuses, Lexplorers. What would you like for your own question?
Twisted flax, please.
The Twisted Flax. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Wales 1958. They qualified for the World Cup in 1958. They only had to play one qualifying game against Israel.
Let's do it. Could be. Should we carry on?
Yeah, one more. Next. Northern Ireland 1986.
Is it the last time?
It's the last time they qualified. Wales have only been in the World Cup
So
once.
is it going to be England?
Northern Ireland,
England
I think
2018.
twice.
It's British teams qualifying for the World Cup.
Yeah.
Most recently, England 2018.
Should we go for it?
Yeah.
Do you remember it? Okay. England 2018.
Is the right answer. Third clue would have been Scotland 1998. What's happening here?
Is it the last time that the home nations qualified for the World Cup?
Yes, it is. Wales, of course, 1958 in...
Chile or?
That's right, Sweden. Come on, Wales! That's the last time
Well,
Wales
Sweden
was
is
in
Chile.
the World Cup.
Yes,
Did
I like
she?
that.
Northern Ireland in 1986, Scotland in 1998, and England in the last World Cup 2018. It is the most recent appearances of the home nations in the World Cup. Well done. Gladiators, you've qualified for Only Connect. I know you're all brilliant. It's just got to come together with an answer at the right moment. I think this is the time. But which is the question?
2 reads, please.
2 reads. OK. These are going to be picture clues. What sort of thing would you expect to see in the 4th picture? Here's the first.
What's that? Is it quartz? Amber? It could be traffic lights, so if you can... Next. Yeah, it's amber, red, and then it goes red, amber, and then it's green. So something that's green. So it could be something that's green and emerald. Yeah. Go for it. A picture of a snooker table.
Why would that be?
Because it's green. So I'm thinking it might be traffic lights.
I'm afraid that is not the answer. Good gamble coming in after 2 clues. The right sort of thing to be doing with the points discrepancy. But let's have a look at the 3rd clue and you'll see your sequence doesn't work. So there's a bonus chance for the Lexplorers if you can tell me what comes forth.
A fluid ounce, so it ends OZ.
I'll take it. We had a picture of the great composer Hector Berlioz. What is the sequence?
First one's topaz, which ends AZ. Second one's a fez, which is EZ. Quiz, IZ. And then anything ending in OZ.
Ending in OZ, the Wizard of Oz would have done. Yes, unfortunately, a traffic light, a rainbow, that isn't the colours of the sequence. But can you tell me 2 famous fez wearers?
Tommy Cooper.
Is one.
And Doctor Who.
Very good. I can give you no bonus points. There's simply no room for it in the game. I'm sorry.
Tommy Cooper's hat was actually called a caboose.
Was it?
Yeah, it's not a fez.
Is it really not a fez?
It's really not a fez. It looks like a fez, but it's not actually a fez.
And on that bombshell, we'll have a look at the last question of the round, the Horned Viper. This is for you, Lexplorers. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Acorn. It could be AEI, but it could be other things. So.
One more. Next. Bipolar.
Bipolar.
Unicorn bipolar.
Unicorn.
yeah,
tri-
that's beautiful.
Quadruped.
Quadcopter, that's a thing. Quadrangle.
Yeah, just anything.
Just go for angles.
Copter.
Whatever you know.
Copter, as in quadcopter.
I've never heard of a quadcopter, but you've solved the puzzle. I will give you the points. What is the sequence?
You can put uni in front of the first one to make unicorn, put bi in front of the second one to get bipolar, so cycle might be the 3rd clue to get tricycle.
It's actually ptich for triptych. And rupel for quadruple. Uni, bi, tri, quad. Very well done. You're doing excellently, Lexplorers. This means at the end of round 2, the Lexplorers have 16 points. The Gladiators' greatest scoring lies ahead. Time now for the connecting wall. 16 jumbled up clues that the teams need to sort into 4 connected groups of 4. Lexplorers, you'll be going first this time, so please choose lion or water.
Lion, please.
OK, you have 2.5 minutes to solve the lion wall, starting now.
Right. Fish. Herring.
Luge bob, those are
Bobsleigh.
winter events.
Skeleton.
Skeleton, skate, ski.
Should go.
1, 2, 3. OK, carry on.
Okay, you've got herring, dab, bream, and pollock, and skate. Okay, there's 5 fish. I think there's only 5 fish. So,
Okay.
so we have herring, dab, pollock, and bream.
Pollock.
And we've got skate as well.
Skate,
So leave
okay.
out.
That's Pollock. It's not
Oh, yeah.
Pollock.
Okay.
Okay, so
Or
what have we got?
Jackson Pollock as an artist. Itzy, I think, as an artist.
Okay. What, so Peo. Herring.
Luge, Bob, Skelton,
5, 1, 2.
and Snow. Page Boy. Yes, okay. Okay, so Herring, Dab,
And Dab. Skate.
Skate and Bream. So have we definitely tried all of them? Leave out Dab. Oh, there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Right, okay.
3 strikes
Slow
now.
down now, slow
Right,
down.
so,
Beehive's a hairdo. Okay.
Beehive's a hairdo.
Richard Herring.
Page Boy.
Page.
Is that a hair?
Richard.
Yeah, Beehive, Bob, Page Boy.
Oh yeah, hairstyles.
Beehive, Bob,
And
Page
Herring,
Boy.
I'm pretty sure is one.
Herring
So
hairstyle.
KO, Itsu, Minor, and Histone. Is it an anagram one? Suit.
Okay, well, what's the connection with Itsu?
Yeah, it's just
It's a Japanese food or something, isn't it?
it's an anagram suit. It's an anagram.
Right, shall we try Herring?
No, we've got a bit of time. Let's think about this. Minor, Histone, Histon.
Shall we try Herring?
But
Should we just
30
put
seconds.
Herring?
Yeah,
I think
go
we should
for
just.
it.
Okay,
No.
so it's not those.
Peo could be one.
What hairstyle?
Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe.
You've solved the wall. Very well done. So that's an immediate 4 points. What about the connections? Tell me about the first group. Luge, snowboard, and so on.
These are winter sports.
All
specifically
used in winter
Olympics.
sports. Are you keen lugers yourselves?
No, I prefer to go the other way, down a icy slope on a tea tray.
That's our trailer. And the green group. Dab, skate, bream, pollock.
These are all fish.
That's right, and pollack or pollock, they're different variants of the same fish. And the next group, beehive, bob, and so on.
Hairstyles.
They are all hairstyles or haircuts. Very well done. And the last group, herring, itsu, minor.
Oh, they begin with her, its, my, and his. What are
Yeah,
they?
pronouns.
Pronouns. They begin pronouns.
They begin with possessive
Possessive
pronouns.
pronouns.
That is absolutely right, yes. Despite the great haircut of Richard Herring, that has yet to lend itself to a hairstyle worldwide. So you also get 4 points for the connections, bonus 2 for getting it all right. It is the maximum, not that you need it, of 10 points. Time to bring their opponents in now, give them the other connecting wall, the water wall, and see how they get on. Gladiators, you have 2.5 minutes to solve your wall, starting now.
Use hand and press man. Bit together with reporter and stringer.
Yeah. Kind of. Yeah, so you've got ham, that's a piece of
Bubbles, cheetah, and chimpanzee.
chimpanzees. Have we got any other chimpanzees?
Ham from the one that went up in space, maybe. Choppers with the teeth, aren't they?
So you've got chop and cut in there as well. Have we got anything else? Hack.
Hack and
Have we got anything else in
If there's no more rivers, definitely no more rivers.
what's Croy?
Croy's got Roy in it.
Yeah, is there any other ones with names in?
Islington.
Put Tom on the end.
Islington.
Islington,
Croy.
Croydon. So if we're adding things on the end of them. Lambeth.
Lambeth. Hackney.
Hackney. Yeah. Okay.
3 strikes now.
Okay, so we've got
The monkeys. Try the monkeys again.
so we've
Bubbles,
got Bubbles,
Bonds,
Bonzo,
Cheetah.
Cheetah. Is it definitely one? Choppers sounds like it could be one. Cheetah's a monkey. I was thinking cheetah's a cheetah.
Try all that for me.
And then go with cutting.
No, what do we know about Cutty
There's
Sark?
only Cutty Sark.
Yeah. Don't know any of the other ones like that. So we've got chop, cut, ham, because we knew it wasn't there with the other ones. So we could go with some other ways of chopping something up. If you rub something. And go with any one of them. Go with bubbles and then.
Try that.
Yeah.
Not it, I'm afraid. That's your 3 strikes. But you've got points. You found 2 groups. Very well done. You've got an immediate 2 points. I can't take them away. And what about the connections? Newshound, pressman, stringer, and so on.
Other words for journalists.
That's right, they're journalist slang names. And the next one, lamb, croy, hack, iceling.
If you add another part of a word to the end, it's parts of London.
That's exactly right. It's actually 3 letters on the end. It's not Iceling at all. I was trying to trick you. Islington, Hackney, Croydon, Lambeth. Add 3 letters to get a part of London. And you can still get points for the connections in the groups you didn't find, so let's resolve the wall. There we are. Omar, Avon, Cutty, Bubbles.
Pictures by pre-Raphaelites.
And what magnificent pictures I'm sure they'd be. But no, characters from The Wire. That TV show, The Wire. And the last group, ham, cheetah, choppers, bonzo.
Chimpanzees. aren't
Yeah,
they?
chimpanzees on film or TV.
Those are the chimps. You knew the chimps were there. So 2 points for finding the groups and 3 more for the connections. That will be a very welcome 5.
Yay.
Let's have a look at the scores as we go into the final round. The Lexplorers have 26 points, the Gladiators have 5. So a small points discrepancy, but of course in round 4 teams can lose points as well as win them. It's the missing vowels round. We've taken the vowels out of well-known names, phrases or sayings, squidged up the consonants. I want to know, what are those disguised clues? Fingers on buzzers, teams. Pronounce carefully as I tell you that the first group are all expressions indicating speed. Explorers?
As quick as a flash.
Correct. Explorers?
In a New York minute.
Correct. Explorers?
Before you can say Jack Robinson.
Yes, it is. Explorers?
In the blink of an eye.
Indeed so. Next category, composers and their birthplaces. Explorers?
Mozart and Salzburg.
Correct. Gladiators?
Wagner and Leipzig.
Yes, it is. Gladiators?
Shostakovich and St. Petersburg.
Correct. Gladiators?
Britain and Lowestoft.
Yes, it is. Next category, things that make you scream. Explorers?
A roller coaster.
Correct. Explorers?
A horror film.
Correct. Gladiators?
Primal therapy.
Yes, it is. Explorers?
Ice cream.
Correct. Next category, exceptionally hot peppers. Gladiators?
Dragon's breath.
Correct. I scream, you scream, we all scream for the end of the quiz. And looking at the final scores, the Gladiators have improved to a more solid 10 points, but the Lexplorers are tonight's winners with a really incredible 34. Very well done. That's some terrific quizzing. And Gladiators, not at all bad as a warm-up game. I'm delighted to say we'll meet you later on for your next attempt to get into the second round. And thank you very much for watching the quiz so fiendishly complex that William of Ockham would be really rubbish at it. Goodbye.